Hey, what's up everyone? Today I'm going to quickly give a tutorial on how to use DaVinci Resolve to edit YouTube videos. So first off, you're going to go to the website, you're going to go to the download. Their Blackmagic design is there. Once you select download now, on the left hand side will be DaVinci Resolve 17 and 16. Each of those will be free, so whichever one you want to get. I got 17 personally. Once you download DaVinci, you'll be greeted by a new project screen, which will show all the projects that you've done or haven't done. Obviously, if this is your first time downloading it, you're not going to have any projects. So on the screen, you're going to hit New Project. So this is DaVinci, and as you can see, there's a lot going on at the screen all at the same time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and break it down. Here I'm showing off different tabs. So we got the first tab, the second tab, and then the third tab. The third tab is really where you'll be spending most of your time editing, is right here. So I'm going to touch on this third tab a little bit later on. Quickly, I'm going to show this kind of effects tab that'll let you add effects. It's laggy a little bit. And then I'll switch to the color tab, which will let you kind of switch the color of the video and how it looks. Okay, so in the third tab, you're going to hit File, and then from there you're going to go into Import. And then from Import, you're going to hit Media. And that's where a window will open up and you'll be able to choose what video you want to start editing. So remember, again, in the third tab, that's where you want to put it in, because that's where you'll edit it. In this video, just as an example, I'm using a Fortnite video, but this can be used for any type of video. If you want to do a makeup tutorial, whatever you want to do, you can literally use this. So once you've selected your video, it'll pop up on the media pool. So some of you might not have the media pool open. It's just on the top. You hit it and see you can turn it off. And then you can turn on the effects library, which I'll touch on a little bit later. All this tabs, but you're going to open up the media pool, and that's where your video will be. And from there, you're going to drag it onto the timeline. So here's your video. You've put it into the timeline. The blue part is the video of it, and then the green part is the audio of your video. So here it is. You can move along this red bar, which is the point in the video where you're at. Now, let's say there's a certain part of your video you don't like, and you want to cut that out. Well, that's simple. Just press B, and from there it'll give you a cutting tool. And see, you can scroll on your video on the cutting tool. You're going to go to the beginning of the segment you don't like and click, and then you're going to go over to the end of that segment and click again. See, now you've isolated. You've made 3 separate clips, 1, 2, and 3, and now you're going to press A to get the select tool, click on that part, and then just press delete. Now the part of the video you don't like is gone. The problem is there's a big, huge empty space. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on it and bring the videos together, so there's no big space, and then there's a cut. So now you can see, okay, it'll go from there and cut to the next scene, and ignore that middle clip that you just deleted. Now sometimes these deletions can seem a little bit abrupt, and so what you can do is you can go up into the effects library, and you can go into video transitions, and there you can see different transitions if you want to make it a little bit more smooth or more jarring, depending on what you want to do with this video. And you can see there's different ones. You can make like a little arrow looking one or a square. Once you find the transition you like, simply grab it and drag it onto the video. Now that you've put it into the middle of the 2 clips, you see that white area, or now red area, is how much time it takes for that transition. So you can make it smaller or bigger. The bigger it is, the longer the transition will take, the slower it'll be. The smaller, the quicker the transition will be. Now just play around with this and try it out. Edit your video, put some awesome transitions. And once you're done doing all of that, you're all finished. If you want to add more flavor or more things to your video, it's simple. So let's say you want to add a green screen. So what you do is you're going to go to File again, Import, Media, and you're going to select your green screen. Once you've chosen your green screen, all you have to do is drag it down again from that same media pool place that we were at, and drag it onto your video. Now once it's on there, you can see the length. How long it is how long it will last. Let's say you want it to last less time, so no problem. All you're going to do is grab the end of it and then push it in. The more you push it in, the shorter it'll be. The more you push it out, the longer it will last. Now quickly here, I'm just going to rename the videos just so I don't get confused. It can get confusing when there's a lot of videos all at once. Now I'm going to show how to remove the green background. Go down to the Colors tab. It's the 5th tab. And then press on your green screen. Then you're going to come to this right side and right click, or 2-finger click if you're on a Mac. You're going to add an alpha output, and you're going to connect the blue and the blue dot. Pretty simple. Just connect the dots, Now this main screen may look a little bit different for you, no worries. Just go over there and select that dropper that I'm currently circling, and then select that other dropper just below it. Then click anywhere on the green. What this is going to do is it's actually going to remove your object, but don't worry. All you have to do is go down to the two circles with arrows right there, click on it, and it'll swap it. See, now your green screen's gone and your object's there. Now you see that the object still has a little bit of green around it. No worries, we can remove this green. What you're going to do is you're going to come down to the in and out ratio and you're going to slide it left. You want it to go negative. You're just going to put it at negative 100. Once you've adjusted the in and out ratio, you can always adjust the blur radius if it doesn't take out the entire green, so that's not a problem. Just fiddle around with it and see what works best. See there, I put too much and it cut off my object. So I toned it down a little bit just till I found what I thought was perfect. Now if you've messed around with it and there's still some specks of green, no worries. Just come down to the feather with a plus. And then you're going to click on the green spots and it should just remove the final ones. He had one on his finger there, so I removed it, and then there you go. Now let's say you want to add an image. You're going to do the same thing we've been doing, File, Import, Media. Now you're going to select the image that you want to add. Now I chose an image that had no background because I thought it would be better to show off kind of what it can do. So here's a little splotch of color. Obviously you can make it really cool or really cute, you know, however you want to make it. If you're making a makeup tutorial or whatever video you're making, this is a tutorial for everything. So you're going to drag it in like you've been doing, and see, there you go, it doesn't have a background. Now in DaVinci you can tell that it doesn't have a background because it's black. It has kind of like a black in the back, see that? Now I'm going to show in another video how to remove the background off of images and how to make thumbnails. As you see here, I'm just playing around with the settings. You can choose what the image looks like, where it moves, all right there in that transform area. And again, with images like videos, you can adjust how long it's displayed on screen. Now let's say one clip is too loud and you don't like it and it's talking over the other clip. Just click on that clip and then go to audio right there, and then you can adjust it how loud you want it, if you want it to be quieter or louder. And as you can see, you don't have to go to the audio, you can just directly drag it on that green part. That green part is the audio of the video. So now let's say you're done doing all the editing that you wanted to do with your video. You did everything, you put all the bells and whistles on this sucker, made it look really good. To finish it up, you're going to do something called rendering. You're going to render the video. So go to the bottom, go through the tabs, and go over to the rocket tab. Once you've clicked on the rocket, you can see that it's asking you how you want to render your video. So you're going to give it a name, or whatever you want to call it. You can give it a location where you want that video to be saved. Again, choose wherever you like. And then for format, I'd always do MP4 because I feel like it's easier to deal with an MP4. Now the codec doesn't matter very much. I just use H.265 for my codec. If you can do 30 frames per second, that'd be fine, but if it locks you in at 29, no problem. And that should be it. Again, there's a YouTube section, but always remember to change your format to MP4. It's just much easier to deal with. Once you're done messing around with those settings, you're just going to click on Add to Render Queue. It's going to ask you again, where do you want to save it? You're going to say whatever, yeah, save it right there. Now you can render a bunch of videos all at once, but just do the one video that you've just done right now. Just go down to the bottom and just hit render, and that's it. Now depending on how long your video is and how much stuff you added is how long the render will take, but that's basically it. You've edited your first ever video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.